Afternoon. My name is Raymond Covington, and I am the Executive Director of High Arts. We're located at El Barrio's Art Space PS 109 in East Harlem. We're a leading cultural hub within the urban arts movement. For over 20 years, we have provided unique development opportunities to artists of color, always placing issues of equity and social justice at the forefront. To date, we have supported works by over 1,500 lead artists, and we serve an audience of over 10,000 annually at our home and nationally, with a local audience that is 75% Black and/or Latinx. We are currently in the midst of a once-in-a-lifetime crisis with two global pandemics converging, that of structural racism and COVID-19. With that said, what will the council's response be, and what side of history will it be on when we look back at this time? As we consider defunding the police and redistributing funds and revenue to the arts, can New York City serve as a national model that speaks to the cultural worth and economic viability of the arts sector? These are definitely challenging times, and it is obvious that structural racism does not pause during a pandemic. But we remain optimistic about the resilience of the arts to create change and help us recover and reimagine notions of community. We as arts organizations are uniquely positioned to frame discussions, programming, and partnerships that address structural racism. What is clear is that we cannot go back to business as usual. The public, frankly, won't allow it. The stakes are too high, and the time is now. A recent study by the Philanthropic Initiative for Racial Equity shows that 8.9% of grant making in foundations goes into communities of color in the US. Another recent report cited in the Chronicle of Philanthropy states that when awarded funds, the unrestricted assets granted to nonprofits with leaders of color were 76% smaller than those of organizations with white leadership. While we're hopeful that the philanthropic community will take note of these stark disparities and prioritize funding for organizations dedicated to and led by people of color, we also need public support from our local government and not just private foundations. Maintaining initiative funding for the Coalition of Theaters of Color in FY21 was a huge win for our community and a great first step, so thank you for that. It's time for our civic leaders to adopt an anti-racist lens, continue to affirm that Black Lives Matter, and support the organizations who have been here doing the work long before diversity, equity, and inclusion were popular terms. With that, we thank Chair Van Bramer, the members of the committee, DCLA, and the City at Large for its partnership. Thank you.